What is mixing color? What is a color circle? What are cool colors? What are warm colors? All these things and more here in a minute. Hi, I'm Tim Longwell with Longwell Art. We're with you here today with Create for Contentment, where we help you regain health and happiness through creativity. You've decided you want to use color instead of just regular pencils or pens. You want to use the colored pens, the colored pencils, pastels, watercolors, oil paints, acrylic paints. When you're going to use color, you need to understand a few principles about color. First thing you need to understand is the color wheel. The color wheel we're all familiar with. We saw this very wheel back when we started grade school. When we got our first pack of Crayola crayons, of those 8 nice fat crayons. They were the exact same color of this color wheel. But how do you get them? What if you could only get the 3 primary colors? Or how about you want to learn to mix colors before you start painting? Well, we're going to show you how to do that using the color wheel as we go along here. Now I'm going to use a palette knife for today. This particular one is called a trowel. You have your 3 primary colors. You have yellow, you have red, and you have blue. Get out there. Now these 3 colors, no matter what other colors you make, you'll never be able to mix a pure red, a pure blue, and a pure yellow. That's why they're called primary colors. Most common combinations that we're used to seeing are a green, an orange, I'm going to have to get some more yellow so we can do that orange. If you're not, we have more yellow right here. And we have a purple. Some red. Some blue. And those are our secondary colors. And then to finish out the color wheel, we have our tertiary colors, where we have yellow. I'm going to have to make some more orange. And the orange kind of makes a yellow orange. I'm going to cheat and do a shortcut orange here real quick on my palette. And our tertiary red, we'd add more red to get the red orange. Then we get our purple. Red. We're going to make a red violet. Red. So on your palette, you could have enough paint out to where there, your nice red purple there coming in now. On your palette, you'd have enough paint out that you could add a little bit at a time to get your, by mixing the two colors, to get your tertiary color right. And then your color between your red and the blue, you're going to get a little bit darker purple. So it's going to be a more blue violet. As you can see, this base color is a darker blue violet. Blue off the palette. So it's up there. Take a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, mix them together. A nice blue-green. You can change the value of that. Just slowly add a little blue to it to get it the blue-green you want it. See that solid blue-green there. And I'll show you on the white paper towel. It's a dark, rich green with a hint of blue in it. And then we got a yellow up here. There's the yellow. Get us some more green. And it makes it more of a yellow green or sea green. You can literally, by changing these combinations, make any color that you can see with your eye, any color in the spectrum, just by this simple mixing principle. You start with your basic colors that you know will get you, so you know that the color you want is a red violet, but you want kind of more of a rose color to it. Well, then you'd add white and start lightening up, but you know how to make your third color now. You mix your red and your blue to get your red, purple right. Then once you got your red purple right, your red violet is it's also known as, then you would add your white and start lightening it to get the shade you wanted for like a reddish pink rose. You can do the same, you can get more blue, so you like for your ocean colors and such, for the more bluer greens. It works the same with any color. The more yellow that you mix with an orange, the paler it gets. And this just goes on and on and on. And as you mix them like that, your color wheel just literally just continues to grow out and out and out. And that's not counting adding white or a third color. That's just basically mixing two colors. You've taken your primary colors, red and yellow, blue and yellow, red and blue, and worked through that spectrum alone. Then when you start adding other colors, the colors continue to change and grow. So if you can see the color, you can mix it. Now your mix doesn't have to match mine, as long as you're happy with the final color that you put in your color creation. That's something to remember when we get further along in the videos and we're doing different artwork and everything. Don't worry about if you're orange or if you're blue-green or whatever color it is. If it's not the same exact shade as mine, it's okay. You're not me. That's what makes it individual. If you like the shade it is, and it fits what you're creating, then that's the right color on the mix. There are some caveats. For example, if I go over here and I get some red and I mix with this blue-green, I didn't have enough blue-green to do that. Then I go over here, let's say, and I get some more blue. Let me paint these up. Add some more green. See, now he knows what's happening. See, the base color has changed. Look under there. See the brown? You made brown paint. You add orange. Change the shade of that brown. But if you notice, the more colors you add in it, see the brown was a vivid brown before. Now if you notice, it's a muddy brown. It's not a crisp brown. It's not a light brown. It's not a dark brown. It's a gray brown. And there may be an occasion where that's what you want. But most of the time you're not going to want that. So you have to be careful of mixing too many colors or too much, adding too much at any one time. Or you could wind up with a pile of glob of paint in a color that the only thing you can do with is throw it in the trash. It's a waste of your paint, a waste of your time, and a large frustration factor. And I'd like to save you from that. That's why I point that out for you. Now, will you make these mistakes as you go along? Sure. And that's okay. You're going to improve. So don't get frustrated about it. Know that it's going to happen. You've been warned of the extremes of it. So when you see it starting to happen, stop. Before you start mixing a color on your project, pencil, crayons, pastels, paints, whatever, mix it on a test paper or a test canvas board. Because your palette may not always show you what you think you're seeing, because angles can affect, and how the light hits it can affect the color you make. And that's it for color mixing and the color wheel today. If you have any more questions or you'd like more detailed explanation, let me know in the comments. If I see in the comments some things that need clarifying, I'll be glad to answer you individually as well as make another video to help you out. If you like what you learned today and you'd like to learn more, click the subscribe button down below. Be sure to ring the bell for the notification so that you know when we upload or go live. Check out the videos over here for more tips, hints, and tricks. Sometimes just downright fun and bloopers. And we'll catch you next time on Create for Contentment. But most of all, you be sure and have fun.